Activities Complex. We're at Olathe Northwest High School as tonight's Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Girls Sunflower League Soccer as Shawnee Mission West 0-1 taking on Olathe Northwest in their first game of the spring. Hi everybody, Kevin White along with Hugh Williams from FCKC. Shawnee Mission West comes in at 0-1. They played Blue Valley North on Tuesday night, a very good team. They lost 1-0. Your thoughts, Coach, on that opening loss? You talked with Coach Gonzalez. What do you have to say about that?
Well, first of all, the opposition was, as you said, a very good team. So 1-0 loss, not disastrous, but a little bit disappointing for Coach. She thought the game was a little bit scrappy, but typical maybe of a first game of the season.
Olathe Northwest, this is their first game of the spring. They're going to have a lot of excitement and emotions in this game here.
Yes, it will. Like you said, it is their first game. They're going to try and avoid that scrappy first game. A little bit nervous because of that first game, but also because of these TV cameras as well.
And the wind going to be a huge factor as far as the scoring is concerned tonight.
The wind will be the biggest challenge for both teams. It'll be very important for both teams to try and keep the ball on the ground. Short, little possession type passes will be the most effective tactic today.
Shawnee Mission West taking on Olathe Northwest. Girls Sunflower League Soccer. It's the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. We're back with the lineups and opening kickoff after this timeout on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Jayhawk Insider is your connection to Kansas athletics. Get the story no one else delivers. See exclusive interviews with Bill Self and Bonnie Henriksen. Join host Lee Blysick as he travels to Lawrence to find out what's happening on and off the court. And we go behind the scenes with other sports on campus. Jayhawk Insider, Thursday nights at 6:30, only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Done again. Give them a lot of credit. Bill Self, 11 years here, 10 Big 12 titles.
Wow.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Their first over 500 season in a decade. Some brand new faces on the squad, and the Royals are looking to improve on last year's success. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel is your resource for Royals baseball news and highlights. From the first pitch to the final out of the year. Hear from Frank White, Willie Wilson, and Les Norman in studio. It's an all-new season of Blue Zone, beginning April 1st, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Back here at Seaback, temperatures in the 50s, but the wind strong out of the west, around 25 to 35 miles an hour. So it's gusting across the field here as we have a good crowd in attendance. There's Sarah Gonzalez, the 32-year-old head coach in her 7th year, the former Kansas Jayhawk goalkeeper. Also played her high school ball at Shawnee Mission West. Her team comes in at 0-1 as they lost Tuesday night to Blue Valley North in a 1-0 match. As far as her starting lineup, she'll play a 4-3-3. And starting at the top, Tyler, Miller, and Franchette was a question mark, and she'll go tonight in the forward slot. The midfielders, Mock is a big-time star, Kruger and Brown, Mira Montez in the back line with Banning, Yates, and Smith. And there's Chris Graham, 6th-year head coach of Olathe Northwest. His team last year 8-8. He's won 2 regional titles. Came to Olathe Northwest back in 2003. He also plays a 4-3-3. We take a look at the Ravens lineup. Abby Moore, top 3 in career goals with 26. Kemp and Opie. Opie going to Tulsa, big-time goal scorer as well. Williams, Barraza, and Ella Trosh back line of Mokel, Boshin, Ireton, and Hill. And we are underway. It'll be the Olathe Northwest Ravens in white, Shawnee Mission Northwest in the black uniforms with the gold numerals and gold trim. And what should we expect here early? One team has played a game, Hugh, and the other one's still coming off the practice field, so to speak.
Yep, it'll be interesting little start here for Olathe Northwest, but you know the game is seconds along here, and we've already seen both teams trying to make those short passes. But so the coaches seem like they prepared their teams very well for this challenging win they got out there.
We mentioned that the wind 25 to 35, but it's gusting higher than that, and that could really have an effect on the scoring tonight in this Girls Sunflower League matchup. Good challenge there by Becca Hill, the senior center back.
It's going to be important to set the tempo early. How many times can the midfield players touch the ball, keep the ball close, keep it tight, lots of possession.
Whistle, and the ball was touched by player's hand there. Tom Price is your referee in charge on the field tonight. And we get a free kick early for the West Vikings.
This actually going into the wind a little bit here. This will be interesting because the wind might hold the ball up and allow Mock in the far post to attack it.
Anna Miller sends it into the box. It's headed by Mock. Ball still loose. And then the whistle blows.
Yeah, so this wind today might cause some confusion in the back there like we just saw there. It just hung up there long enough for Mock to get her head on it and then caused the ball just to be bouncing right in front of the goalkeeper, as we see right here. Goalkeeper overcommitted a little bit with that wind holding onto it. The referee called a foul, though.
Yeah, contact on the goalie there. That's Heller for Northwest. Vikings attacking now. Got some very good young players, but they've also got a lot of experience. 9 returning starters off a team that was 11-6. This is one of their speed girls, number 4, Jordan Tyler, trying to do some damage to the Northwest back line.
We'll see some quality Kansas City players on both teams today. A lot of players here will be ending up playing collegiate soccer either next year or in future years to come.
And we'll be naming off plenty of players headed to the college ranks from both these very experienced Sunflower League teams. They were in the top half of the league last year. As you take a look at Sinclair Miramontes, and boy, she is some kind of player. Her sister watching the game, of course, that's Sydney in the house. She's placed for Nebraska, was all freshman Big Ten freshman team, and that family, this is the third and final daughter, much to the dislike of Coach Gonzalez, because she's really enjoyed coaching the Miramontes sisters.
Well, that's a soccer family right there, and you know what, every single one of them were high-level players, but Sinclair here, not gonna be a little insulting to any of their sisters, but Sinclair can be a real special player. She reads the game, as we saw her covering in the back over there, reads the game very well and got a lot of pace, and she's already made a verbal commitment to be attending Nebraska in a couple of years.
She's going to play with her older sister Sydney. Of course, Sierra played defense for KU, and of course Sinclair first team all league, only a sophomore, and they say she just loves the challenge, admires her older sisters. Just a fast, smart player. You know, when you hear Coach Gonzalez talk about her, you probably wish he had 10 of them of her out there, because he just loves this young lady's game.
Yeah, and it's a player, she's very versatile, can play in any position. She's playing outside back today, can play center back, can play midfield, and even score some goals if she plays up top.
Play it to the outside. And trying to get it into the box, but not much on pace on that pass. And West will come back the other way. This is Tyler, and the challenge is a hard one there by Morgan L. Atrash. She is a senior headed to Washburn.
Okay, we'll see the nice strong tackle there. She came in strong, tough, aggressive, but fair. Absolutely no foul there, but kind of left a little early message there.
Cleared away by Ella Trosh. This is Smith finding Kruger, but Kruger played pretty well despite the loss to Blue Valley North on Tuesday night. She did a good job in the midfield area. Kruger headed to Drury College to play her college soccer. Keep in mind, Blue Valley North played in the state finals last year. They lost to Blue Valley Northwest, so they're a very good EKL team, highly ranked in the state. So a 1-0 loss to Blue Valley North, nothing to put your head down about. And here comes Olathe Northwest. This is Ella Trosh going to the outside, and it's knocked away there by Smith.
One of the interesting things we've seen early on here is that Eden Opie, who usually plays as a target, kind of post-up center forward, is playing wide left with Abby Moore playing in the center.
And this is Opie, who's headed to Tulsa, all Sunflower Conference player. She's on the high ranks as far as the career scoring list. Whitney Jorgensen, who played at Middle Tennessee State, is their all-time goal scorer, but Abby Moore and also Eden Opie are closing the gap. They're big-time goal scorers for this Ravens program. Of course, Eden got athletes in her family. She's not just the only athlete in her family.
That's right. I think her dad played football at Nebraska.
Well, you see Eden on the field. I tell you what, you don't want to mess with her. She's a feisty go-getter, and she really has a very good shot. Coach Graham says she has the best shot, and she really strikes the ball the best.
And you know what? Her mentality as well, though. You know, she's the type of player that wants to be out there, wants to be fighting, and she's a scrapper. Any loose ball in and around that box, and she'll be on the end of it.
Of course, her running mate, Abby Moore, headed to Western Illinois. You got Bailey Williams in the midfield for Olathe Northwest, headed to the University of Missouri at St. Louis, a two-time All-Sunflower Conference player. So there were 7 returning starters for the Ravens, who went 8-8. Turnover at midfield, and that hit the referee. That ball is still live as they go with the long ball, looking for the sophomore Hannah Miller, who's got all kinds of upside. They say this young lady's a Division I prospect. Going on the cross, following the play was a Kruger. Couldn't get anything generated there. I thought there was something brewing there, Hugh.
Well, you know what? It ricocheted off the referee, which caught both teams kind of not ready and unsure of themselves. And Miller was by herself with no support up top.
Here's Miller just outside the box, going on a cross. Trying to find her teammate there. That's Rachel Kruger. A good job by the back line there by Olathe Northwest. Now here's Tyler. Tyler getting it over to Hannah Miller, and this is one of the young up-and-coming players for the Shawnee Mission West squad as we get a goal kick for Olathe Northwest. Hannah Miller, they say she's very creative, very skilled.
She looks like she's got a little change of pace in her as well. A couple of times already she's looked to beat her outside defender around the outside. That seems to be a confident young player who's, you know, sure that she can get around with her speed and then whip some crosses in for an assist.
Ironton going to have the goal kick, 4-year letterman, team captain for this team. They call her the personality of the team.
Every team needs one of those.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a leader on the field, one of the center backs. There's Abby Moore. Good challenge and takeaway there by Smith. Allie Smith, a senior, honorable mention All-League. This time last year with an ankle injury, but she's a very good backline player for Coach Gonzalez and Shawnee Mission West.
We're about 10 minutes into this first half here right now, and we've mentioned a ton of players, and that just kind of gives you an idea of the level of play of women's soccer players in the Kansas City area. I think Kansas City is becoming maybe a hotbed for, you know, the schools around out the whole Midwest here for women's soccer players. So pretty exciting.
Yeah, you probably talked to a lot of different teams and give your opinions to coaches or probably around the whole United States about some of these Kansas City high school soccer players.
You know what, we do have some, you know, not only are we watching them in front of us here now, but on the other high school teams too. We got national team players. We got players going to, you know, powerhouses like North Carolina. Sinclair Miramontes on this team was recruited by Florida State and Virginia, two, you know, nationally renowned soccer powers. So Kansas City is certainly leaving a mark on the women's side of things.
Franchette Trying to get it to Yates there. Smith finding Tyler. Trying to get Miller, and Miller battling there with Ireton. And we'll have our first corner of the game, it looks like, for Shawnee Mission West. Hannah Miller will take it, but she's going to be kicking you right into that strong westerly wind, it looks like.
Yeah, she's going to need to drive this ball, and she's going left-footed, so she's going to come away from the goalie a little bit.
Hangs up in the air, and we get a whistle in the box. It's going to be a goal kick awarded to Olathe Northwest. Olathe Northwest, boy, what a team as far as the classroom is concerned. How about this team GPA? 3.94. Who got the B? Well, these girls are very intelligent girls, and you can see it on the field and how they play. And Shawnee Mission West right up there, I think around 3.8 to the 3.9 range. As we get a throw in now for Shawnee Mission West. Coach Gonzalez, Hugh, I've been told by coaches in the metro area, her girls kind of play like she liked to play. Feisty, aggressive, and fast. Would you concur with that statement?
You just need to meet Sarah for maybe 2 minutes, and you'll get that from her personality immediately. Very good coach. Tenacity, I guess, would be I don't know, a little tame word to describe her mentality towards the game. But one of the neat things about Sarah Gonzalez is that she went to KU, and you know, if I'm being honest here, maybe not the most talented soccer player in the world when she graduated and played over there, but she was a player that gave absolutely everything she's got.
Looking for Abby Moore on the long ball, and it's taken out by Allie Smith. Yes, she was a goalkeeper her freshman year, and then they brought in a big-time recruit, Megan Miller from Seattle, and she took the job from Coach Gonzalez, and Coach Gonzalez didn't, you know, lower her head. She battled this Megan Miller, who's one of the all-time greats from the KU soccer program. And if you go to KU, you understand that KU has the Speedy Gonzalez Award that they hand out to the heart and soul of the Jayhawks soccer program for Coach Francis there every year, and it's named after Sarah Gonzalez. That's the impact that she had on the program there at the University of Kansas, not giving up despite losing her starting gig as a goalkeeper there.
Well, that tells you everything you need to know about her as a person, too. Heart and soul is the phrase you used, and that's how she coaches, and that's how she wants the team to play, giving absolutely everything they got.
Mock to Kruger. Mock is a big-time player. Switch numbers from 29 to 9. They'll whistle Mock on the knockdown there, and a free kick.
That's going to be an interesting little battle here in the center midfield between Mock and Atrosh over there. You know, we got Mock has got the power and the strength, and you know, Atrosh is a little bit more finesse, perhaps a little quicker. So that's going to be a little interesting challenge for both players.
Trying to get it inside there to Opie. Eden got a head on it, but not much doing after that. Well, the coaches talked about controlling the midfield, going to be key in this game. Of course, it's key in most soccer matches that you'll see. Moore, looked like a handball there. Yep. This is what they called on Yates for Shawnee Mission West, so a free kick awarded to the Ravens here.
Again, interesting with this wind, how this will affect the free kick here. But if they can, you know, maybe a short possession one, a real quick one could work as well.
Ireton taking the free kick. It bends in, and making the save is the sophomore keeper Gregory for Shawnee Mission West. And got to be tough being a keeper playing for Coach Gonzalez. That was her position in her high school and college days. She did admit to me she does get after Gregory a bit more than some of the other players on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be tough playing for her and playing in this wind today again. I would not want to be a goalkeeper out there today.
Trying to send it into the box, and it was a half-hearted attempt there by Tyler. She a little frustrated with her attempt as you take a look at the 32-year-old Sarah Gonzalez, graduate of Shawnee Mission West in 2000. Boy, she's done a great job with this program. It's one of the powerhouses as far as the Sunflower League is concerned. They finished 4th last year. Of course, in their regionals, they lost to Blue Valley Northwest, and of course the Huskies would go on to win the 6A soccer championship for 2013.
Getting a little bit caught up in the midfield here between both teams. And what we're not seeing from either team right now is the width in midfield. We got width up top, so we got both teams playing the same formation, 4-3-3, but everybody's in the middle. To be effective in this type of formation, both teams should be looking for their outside defenders to join the attack.
And this ball getting through to Abby Moore, one of the top goal scorers for this Ravens squad. And Abby Moore is headed to Western Illinois. They call her the finisher. She doesn't have the greatest of speed, but she seems to get the job done, and she's got 26 career goals heading into her senior campaign.
Yeah, she was a little disappointed with the call there. I think she was expecting a corner kick. And if you watch Abby long enough, you realize that one of her main strengths, she strikes the ball well with both feet, but one of her main strengths is the tactical awareness. She reads the game very well.
Morgan Mock challenge, but she's so strong out there. Now sends a long ball down the field, and trying to run it down is Franchette, who is a question mark after a tough practice. I was told it was a practice injury, but she's out there giving it a go.
That pass we did see from Mock then, really a pretty good example, I think, of what I'm looking for with the outside backs attacking, as we see here now with Sinclair. Giving the ball to the defenders will create numbers up in midfield.
And we've got an offsides call on West. We'll have more from Seaback after this timeout as you're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Metro Sports Zone is your home for the latest local sports news and stories. Each weeknight on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, we'll take you around the metro area to bring you the news straight from the source. Get analysis from our experts on what's happening with your teams, exclusive interviews and features about local athletes. Over 17 years of coverage from Kansas City's sports leader. It's Metro Sports Zone, Monday through Thursday at 10, only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
Jayhawk Insider is your connection to Kansas athletics. Every Thursday night at 6:30, get the story no one else delivers. See exclusive interviews with Bill Self and Bonnie Henriksen. Join host Lee Lysick as he travels to Lawrence to find out what's happening on and off the court. And we go behind the scenes with other sports on campus. Jayhawk Insider, Thursday nights at 6:30, only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Back to Seaback, girls Sunflower League soccer early. Spring 2014, first game of the year for the Ravens, second game of the year for the Vikings of Shawnee Mission West. They come in at 0-1 after losing at home on Tuesday to Blue Valley North, who finished second at state. And here comes the Vikings trying to get the attack going, and a nice challenge there. And a knock away by Shayla Mokel, a senior. Got a twin sister, Shelby, who we'll also see, both four-year letter winners for the Ravens. Mira Montez will throw it in here on the near side.
And she has actually just been switched from the left back position to the right back position. Maybe Coach Gonzalez has spotted something that they can use Sinclair a little bit more on the attacking mode on this side.
And good challenge there by Bailey Williams. Once again, the wind strong out of the west. It's a crosswind. Here's Ella Trosh. Got to midfield. and ran into Taylor Yates. A couple of physical players there. Now the Vikings come back the other way. And here's Franchette, who's one of their forwards. Cleared out of there. And here's Eden Opie. See if the Ravens can get something going here. Bailey Williams, a 4-year letter winner, a scrappy player, sending it down the field. And Ravens get it to Bailey Williams. Tell you what, Bailey Williams is an impact player in the Sunflower League, all-conference player.
You know what, we had a half a chance that today in these conditions it's very difficult to get possession of the ball, but when you get into that box like we just had the ball right there, when you get at half a yard of space, you need to take the shots today. Any half chances, smack that ball and get rebounds, follow up on it, take advantage of the tough conditions for the goalkeepers.
Inserted in the lineup as a shot on the ground, just wide by Olathe Northwest. But we've got Jesse Beal, Tatum Heller, and Addie Barraza has checked in. How about the wind knocking that ball as you take a look at Jesse Beal, the senior, headed to Ottawa University. Quick player, crafty with the ball. But as the night progresses, it'll get a bit more chillier for the players as they try to stay warm out there. And get a goal kick taken by Taylor Yates, one of the backline players for West. Very strong. He does a lot of the free kicks for the Vikings. Shayla Mokel finding Heller. Now on the outside, the shot is taken wide there. That was Savannah Moxley who's checked in, taking the shot there. Number 10. Savannah is only a freshman, but both these coaches not afraid to play the 9th graders. They feel like they're very coachable and they have a early knack for the game. Probably see that more. These younger girls, they don't seem to be phased at all to get into a varsity match with much older girls.
You know what, and that's one of the things that I really like about high school soccer. The younger players have to, buckle up a little bit and play with the older ones, and then the older players can be, leaders out there on the field too. But bottom line is, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Good challenge there by Smith, setting up Franchette. Franchette, and this is Barraza back the other way. Shayla Mokel. Now they work the outside with Tatum Heller, who's another emerging tall drink of water out there. Tatum Heller, sophomore.
Tatum's got a lot of pace, and she can get behind players as well. Tends a little bit to play in straight lines, so makes her, at this early stage in the development, a little bit too predictable perhaps. But give her some time in here, and she'll be cutting inside a lot more.
Also seen Zoe Holford out as a forward player for the white-clad Ravens. There's Zoe. The ball goes over her head. Player hits the deck, no whistle. They say play on, says Tom Price. There's Tyler. We get another freshman out there. That's Laura Flores for Shawnee Mission West. Here's Franchette to Miller. Miller. Oh, good defense shown there by Becca Hill as they continue to battle. Franchette on the outside. Emily Franchette going to go to UCM and play for Louis Theobald. That name sounds familiar to Olathe Northwest folks. He used to be the coach here, and now he's at UCM and doing a great job with that program down in Warrensburg. Hearing good things, Hugh, about that program.
You know what? He recruits heavily from Kansas City, recruits heavily from St. Louis. Outstanding young coach who, if he wanted to, I'm sure there'd be maybe, more renowned, bigger schools for him, but he's doing a fantastic job at where he's at right now, and I know they want to keep him. And not only is he a good coach, he's a good guy, somebody that you feel comfortable sending your child to go over and play for.
The common coach that both these coaches on the far sideline have in common, though, is Mark Sheldon, Mark, former Shawnee Mission West coach, former Olathe Northwest coach, now with the Kansas Youth Soccer Association. But both Sarah and Chris, the head coaches, credit Mark as one of their mentors in their coaching careers.
We've got another tough tackle coming in here right now. And if we did call a foul on this, just caught just a little late getting in and knee to knee, and that's going to leave a mark, especially in cold conditions like today.
Free kick awarded to Hannah Miller, number 5, in black for Shawnee Mission West.
That ball could be floating and hanging round about the penalty spot. It could be tough for the goalkeeper again.
Gets it up. The wind kind of bends it to the right. Still loose. Shot in the box by Smith. Denied. Smith again. Hitting off a Raven defender. Ball still loose. And the Ravens will clear it out. West sending it back in the box with Yates. Headed out of the box. Franchette keeping it alive for the Vikings. Turning is Mock. Not much pace on that one. And the save by Heller, who plays basketball at Olathe Northwest. And their head coach, Joel Brandstrom, in the booth to our left. He is the public address announcer here at the SMW Soccer field.
But we did see the wind affect the 2 crosses there right after each other. Both driven crosses that, this is a strong wind, and both of them were held up, which makes it very, very difficult again for the goalkeeper to judge whether to come out, stay on the line, or attack the ball.
Not a bad try there by Smith, trying to find Miller just outside the box.
Miller just called just half a yard offside, I think.
Flag was up. Miller, one of the young up-and-comers in the program. And we see Tyler a little worse for wear there. Maybe got roughed up a little bit there.
Well, Olathe Northwest, they've been playing tough. They're playing strong. We did see one foul a few seconds ago, but overall.
Oh, nice ball. Kruger, shot taken by Franchette. Juggled a bit there by the keeper, but Franchette had some good pace on that shot. But a nice save by Heller.
What? Good shot. Heller handled it. Not the easiest situation again with the wind. But what made that opportunity was that penetrating pass from the middle to the outside.
Franchette trying to find Tyler. It's kicked away. It's Ireton, backline player for the Ravens. Check that. That's Boshin, the young freshman. Very athletic freshman. They say has all kinds of upside. Have all kinds of expectations for this 9th grader in the Raven program.
We just mentioned a couple of seconds ago about the physicality of the game, and Tyler maybe hobble a little bit, so it does look like they have subbed her out now just to be checked out from the medical staff over there.
And the normal starters about ready to check in. That's the likes of Kemp and Opie. So as we get the throw in by Smith, finding Kruger. Kruger's a very technically sound player for Shawnee Mission West. I like her game.
Yeah, she's has a presence in the center of the park too.
Does a great job in the midfield. And here's Mock trying to turn, drawing a crowd. Inside. Megan Lugensland has checked in, another freshman just added to the varsity roster as of today by Coach Gonzalez. She brought up 3 from her JV, added to her varsity roster.
There's been a subtle, maybe effective move here by Coach Gonzalez. She's moved Mock from the center of the field, where maybe the pace of the game was a little quick for her style of play. They've moved her to become a target center forward up there. I think her job will be to post up, collect balls, and we've already seen her making half turns and getting some shots up.
There you see Jenny Brown getting the midfield girls going. Jenny Brown going to Colorado to study engineering. She is a top 10 student in the Shawnee Mission West senior class, and yet another one of these tremendous student athletes that the Vikings have. Both these schools have, for that matter. Sun starting to set just beyond the far side of the field. The wind's still going pretty good across the field here as the Ravens get it to Barraza, and Barraza hits the deck. And here comes West. Kruger now trying to take advantage, looking for Mock. Morgan running it down, working the goal line, takes a shot, well long. Miramontes backing her up though. This is Sinclair Miramontes. Now she'll take a shot on goal, but it's handled nicely there by Heller. They had something brewing there, did Shawnee Mission West. As you set up number 19, usually good things happen for the Vikings.
And you know what? And they've moved her into midfield as well. So a lot of positional, tactical changes going on here on the Shawnee Mission West side of things.
Coach Gonzalez not afraid to move people around and try some new things. And there's the whistle. And the two freshmen battling there. Two ninth graders going at it there. Boshin get called for the foul. As Megan Lugensland is one taking the foul. Free kick awarded to Yates for West. She's got a very strong leg. Kruger just outside the box, finding Flores, and just wide. And young freshman stepping up and putting a strong right leg into it, but looked like the wind kind of moved that ball just a bit right of the frame.
Yeah, not a bad effort, but didn't quite get her hips around the ball. Ideally, then she would have been better suited, I think, to go far post with that shot. To be able to do that, you got to get those shoulders and hips totally around it.
And a goal kick now awarded to Olathe Northwest. Both these teams in action next week as far as the Olathe Northwest girls soccer tournament. There's 8 teams involved. It'll be a big tournament here at Olathe Northwest. As Miramontes with a looping ball to Mock. She tries to head it, but heads it out of bounds. And we'll have more from Seaback after this timeout on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Jayhawk Insider is your connection to Kansas athletics. Get the story no one else delivers. See exclusive interviews with Bill Self and Bonnie Henriksen. Join host Lee Lysick as he travels to Lawrence to find out what's happening on and off the court. And we go behind the scenes with other sports on campus. Jayhawk Insider, Thursday nights at 6:30, only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Math and science are far more than just subjects at school. If you're passionate about cooking food, math and science become part of your everyday life. We learn measurements, we learn fractions. That's why Time Warner Cable created Connect a Million Minds, to show young people that math and science can be fun and lead to a career of their dreams. Whether it's an engineer, a food scientist, or a rock star chef. Visit connectamillionminds.com to learn more.
Back here at Seaback on a windy spring day, early girls soccer. Still in March, and this is the Sunflower League action between Shawnee Mission West and Olathe Northwest. Kevin White, Hugh Williams up in the press box avoiding the strong winds, and winds strong out of the west. Temperatures cooling off as the night progresses, but if you're Shawnee Mission West, Hugh, just a few moments ago, the M&M girls, you almost saw Miramontes to Mock. That's a connection that I'm sure Coach Gonzalez would like to see happen tonight.
Yeah, two quality players combining together. We've got a high ball into the box, and that's the type of ball that Mock will pounce on, type of ball that she'll be a target player for. So again, she'll be looking to battle, and then not a lot of finesse, but still, you know, she's a strong physical player.
Ball out to Emily Kemp, the young sophomore. And now we've got a whistle, and Kemp will be called for the foul. This is a good-looking young player here, Emily Kemp.
Yep, it's just one, you know, of a number of players again that we mentioned here to, you know, underline the fact that there's, you know, quality players here. But the challenge for these quality players, you got quality players on both teams, but the elements now, that, you know, that's the biggest challenge. You know, can they handle the wind? Can they handle the cold as we go deeper into the game too?
For Shawnee Mission West, it was a cold night Tuesday night. Not much wind in the loss to Blue Valley North, 1-0. Parker Roberts scored the game-winning goal. And if you want to see a fantastic high school soccer player, check out Parker Roberts of Blue Valley North. She is worth the price of admission to watch her play.
Yep. Parker on her way to University of Miami in a couple of years. And also a player that's caught the attention of the national youth teams as well.
Yeah, she's right on the fringe of those teams as two players hit the deck. A whistle on the Raven player, Ella Trosh. And it'll be a free kick awarded to Shawnee Mission West. And Yates, she has a very strong leg, trying to find Mock down the field. Kruger trying to keep it alive for the Vikings.
I've been impressed.
Get it out of there.
I've been impressed this first half with Ella Trosh. I like her pace. She's looking to find the gaps in midfield, and she's going to be able to penetrate, I think, down the middle with some, direct dribbling.
Well, the coaching staff said that Ella Trosh plays 100 miles an hour. That means she always is full of energy. She's going to play in Topeka at Washburn University.
Another good coach that recruits, Tim Collins over there, that recruits Kansas City heavily.
Throw in coming in. This is Sinclair Miramontes. Seems like when you throw out the name Miramontes to area coaches, they go, oh man, another one? But there's only 3 sisters. It seems like there's about 8 sisters in that family. They've done damage. Kruger, a miss hit, and sends it wide. There's Rachel Kruger, who's headed to Drury College, and very good student. This is a young lady that's gone from, the coaching staff says, kind of a pass-first girl to an offensive threat. She's really improved her game.
Yeah, nice run by Kruger. Didn't get the shot off, but what I liked about that attack was Miller's vision just to lay that ball off for her.
Here's Miramontes. So creative, so skillful. Ravens get it back. Player hits the deck here. They could have had something brewing. Instead, it's Kruger at midfield. Kruger trying to find Miller. Now Miramontes on the outside. And, whoa, you talk about a challenge there. Mokel and Miramontes going at it there. And looked like Sinclair threw her aside a bit.
Just a little bit, but Sinclair's first touch let her down there. The first touch a little bit too strong.
There's Kruger trying to find Miller again. Good thought there. And back comes Emily Kemp for the Ravens. One of the forwards. Sending it down the field, but right there, waiting for it is Abby Banning, one of the seniors, physical defender. Well, we didn't expect a lot of scoring in this one because of the windy-like conditions, but it's been some pretty good soccer early on in the season. One game under the belt of Shawnee Mission West. This is the first game of the year for the Northwest Ravens. And a nice move down the line there. That's Franchette. Franchette, oh, beg your pardon, that was Miller. Franchette was frustrated. She saw something maybe in the mix there. Hannah Miller using her speed, the sophomore frontline forward player for Shawnee Mission West.
Yep. Excellent first touch on her case. Glided past the defender and tried to pull the ball back for a tapping goal in the middle.
Hannah will take the corner kick here, using the wind at her back. And the ball is right near the goal line. The West players responding there. Couldn't tell what they were grumbling about there. They thought maybe they had a goal, I think.
Yeah, the goalkeeper overplayed it. Wind took the ball over her head and really had an open goal in the back post. They should have probably scored that one. The goalkeeper recovered quickly. Ravens
trying to set up the outside there. As that's Eden Opie they were trying to hook up with. Now Opie with the takeaway. Very dangerous player here with the ball. Bailey Williams going to set up the attack now for the Ravens. punted it in was Ireton. Let's go back to that corner kick and see. Here's Hannah Miller. She's got the wind at her back here. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, wind takes it.
Oh boy, did the ball touch the line? Or?
You know what? Touching the line is okay though.
Yep, just didn't get crossed it.
Yeah,
Let's
the rule
see.
is the hole of the ball needs to cross the hole of the line. So from this angle, it looks like she saved it anyway.
The West girls were a little frustrated there. They thought they might have got their first goal of the season. Instead, Heller gets credit for the save. Here's the Ravens. Ireton trying to keep it in, using her head. Now setting up the outside. Opie gonna fire and too strong. Eden Opie grabs her headband there.
Yeah, good effort from Eden, but again, the pass from Williams, chipped it over the top. A little diagonal ball right on the stride for Eden Opie. Got the shot off. Didn't hit target, but it was good, strong shot in there. So, she's disappointed with it, but that's okay. She got the shot off.
There's hitting the deck. Play on, they say. Ireton sending it outside now. Mokel trying to find Kemp. Miramontes right there. As we wind down your first half. First 40 minutes wrapping up here. Guess we could say West has had maybe a slight edge as far as opportunities. Yeah, pretty even match. Both teams are, pretty close to each other. But I would agree with you. I think West have the edge, I guess, this first half. Ella Trush doing more damage in midfield, finding Kemp. And it looks like we're going to have a corner kick.
I think it's called a cold kick out of it.
Oh, okay. Last touch by Kemp. We'll say goal kick. Take a look at Emily Kemp, the sophomore. Confidence rising with this player. I think that she's going to be a difference maker in this program as the clock winds out on the first half. It's the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, Girls Sunflower League Soccer. Shawnee Mission West at Seaback taking on Olathe Northwest. We're back with Hy-Vee at the half after this timeout on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel has a second home.
And the Simone Award winner down the sidelines, gonna pump it into the end zone, touchdown.
2 HD channels dedicated to the teams you care about. Live sporting events, show replays, and encore performances of some of the greatest games from the past 2 decades.
Here we go, young step.
Yeah, dunk step.
Touchdown!
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, 1310 HD, and now 1311 in HD. Only on Time Warner Cable. Friday night at 10.
No, it's basketball season.
It's the most comprehensive high school coverage available. Join Mick Schaefer and Kenitra Williams in the studio for the Honda High School Roundup. Complete game recaps, highlights, analysts, and more. Meet the coaches and the players making an impact and find out who the Hy-Vee High School Athlete of the Week is. It's the Honda High School Roundup every Friday night at 10, only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official sponsor of High School Spirit. We welcome you to Hy-Vee at the half here at Seaback. 0-0 is your halftime score, and here's the Hy-Vee first half highlights. Early on, a little shot on goal there by Darren Ireton.
What we will see from these highlights, that pretty much a wind-dominated half. Both teams evenly matched. I think Shawnee Mission West had a little bit better of it, got a little bit more chances. But we certainly did see the wind have a big effect as we anticipated.
Mock with a shot. Didn't get a lot of steam on that one, and Heller got the save. Kruger setting up Franchette. And she does get some pay, and that ball was juggled a bit there by Helbert, but able to make the save. Here's the magic of Miramontes. but denied by the goalkeeper there, Heller. But this is really the closest that's come to scoring for West. I don't know if Kruger or Mock, maybe Mock got a piece of that, but the keeper able to grab the ball before it crossed the line, and we're at 0-0 halftime. Girls Sunflower League Soccer on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Hy-Vee at the half will continue right after this.
Jayhawk Insider is your connection to Kansas athletics. Get the story no one else delivers. See exclusive interviews with Bill Self and Bonnie Henriksen. Join host Lee Lysick as he travels to Lawrence to find out what's happening on and off the court. And we go behind the scenes with other sports on campus. Jayhawk Insider, Thursday nights at 6:30, only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Get in the game with TWCSportsChannel.com, your online connection to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Find complete program listings, up-to-the-minute high school scores and stats, and check out great games in the archive from this season and last. Whether you missed it or want to see it again, TWCSportsChannel.com streams the best matchups at home or on the go. What you live for lives here. TWCSportsChannel.com, exclusively from Time Warner Cable.
We continue with Hy-Vee at the half and a windy Seaback. No score between Shawnee Mission West and Olathe Northwest Girls Sunflower League Soccer. Time now to take a look at the Hy-Vee first half statistics in this one. And I guess West seemed a little bit better of it as far as offensively in the first half in this one.
Yeah, they've had 10 shots, 4 on target. The best chance came from that corner kick that Mark probably should have attacked the ball a little bit instead of letting the ball hit up. The fouls are evenly matched, but we did say that Olathe Northwest playing a little bit tougher, getting stuck in a little bit harder in those kind of loose balls. No cards, so tough, aggressive, but fair game.
West has won 2 of the last 3 meetings between these schools. Girls Sunflower League Soccer, and of course next week they'll be playing in the same tournament, hosted by Olathe Northwest right here at Seaback. Second half is next as you're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week right here on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel has a second home.
And the Simone Award winner down the sidelines, gonna pump it into the end zone, touchdown.
2 HD channels dedicated to the teams you care about. Live sporting events, show replays, and encore performances of some of the greatest games from the past 2 decades.
Here we go. Dunk step. Yeah. Dunk step. Touchdown.
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, 1310 HD, and now 1311 in HD. Only on Time Warner Cable.
Athletic play. It was a wonderful play of theirs.
Center now is Brown. They'll give it off to Warmack. First down and more. Turning on the speed. He's got 4.4 speed.
Oh, my God. That will make you stand up. Morning KC is back into it. And what a finish from Holland.
What you live for.
Flying to the right center field. On comes Clark. Dives and makes the catch.
Lives here. Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official sponsor of High School Spirit. Showers earlier in the day. I guess there was some hail. Not the size of marbles or just a smidge smaller than that here falling, but playing soccer tonight. It is a little chilly with the strong westerly winds and the second half kickoff underway. Olathe Northwest, the home team in white, playing their first game of the year against the black and gold of Shawnee Mission West. But the Vikings have won 2 of the last 3 meetings between these schools as are Trosh and Kruger. Well, quite a duo going at it there at midfield. Outside ball to Kemp. Kemp, the sophomore, with some nice moves, will fire a shot. And it is stopped right at the near post there by Gregory. Good attempt, though, by the sophomore Kemp, number 18.
Good start for Olathe Northwest. Kemp, who did well the first half, got that shot, curled it to the front post. Didn't quite get enough power on it, but cut inside on her defender. So good job. Olathe Northwest will come out here with a little bit more tenacity, a little bit more determination here early in the second half.
Miller has it taken away. Good work there by the freshman Boshin. Boshin trying to keep it in there.
Kevin, with these conditions today, I think that first goal is going to be huge. We're not going to see a lot of goals today, so the team that scores the first one will have a big advantage.
There's Hannah Miller, and she hits the deck, and the whistle blows, and a free kick. We've seen a nice game by number 5 for Shawnee Mission West, a promising sophomore for the Vikings.
Yep, gets through. She's been penetrating with it, the attack there, and just a mistimed defensive play.
And Hannah will take the free kick, and as a player here, you got to play the wind here. Don't you have to aim it just right of the frame and let the wind kind of draw it back in?
Absolutely. If you look at the corner flags on the far end, you can see how strong that wind is.
She does do that. Bends a little bit, but Heller able to get over and make the save for Olathe Northwest.
A little bit too far out for that shot. Goalkeeper handled it fairly comfortably.
And this is Mokel working the far side. Challenge there by Tyler. Trying to get it up to Abby Moore, the senior forward.
One of the big questions this second half will be, does Olathe Northwest have the speed and the pace to get back behind that Shawnee Mission West defense?
Here's Kemp again. Kemp going outside to Opie. Miramontes jumps in the passing lane though. And Tyler heading out of Mock. Long ball. They're trying to set up the sophomore Miller. She's running it down on the outside of the box. Miller takes a shot left-footed and shoots it wide, but I like the passing and ball movement that's shown there by the Vikings. It was Mock with the through ball setting things up for Hannah Miller.
Yeah, we see it now. We can see Mock posting up, giving the ball, and when the ball comes to her, we get a through pass. A little bit early on, what we just saw in the replay there, the ball came to Mock. She went diagonal first time, penetrated the defense, and Miller cut inside again with a left foot shot.
Ironton with the goal kick for the Ravens. Get much on this one, and the Vikings trying to pounce on it. Miller seems to be everywhere. 5 in black and gold. Boy, she is quite the aggressive player. As you take a look at Franchette, number 16, the forward's doing a good job tonight. Kruger in the midfield trying to set him up. Kruger, really one of the most improved soccer players for the Shawnee Mission West program, according to the coaching staff. And now a giveaway. You don't want to give it away to 20 in white, Opie. She's a dangerous scorer headed to Tulsa. Trying to set the outside here. This is get the ball over there to Kemp on the outside. Smith, very good defender. Allie Smith, the senior. Brother Matt is a basketball player at Shawnee Mission West. Barraza setting the outside for Mokel. Mokel sending it into the box, but it goes wide of the frame, and it'll be a goal kick awarded to Shawnee Mission West.
Yeah, the ball goes out of bounds from that cross, but it's a better start for Olathe Northwest. They've taken, come out at the halftime. Must have been some pretty intense team talk over there, so there's a difference in their attitude right now.
Miller midfield.
After saying that, though, you see Miller constantly, like you said earlier on, constantly on the ball.
Mock trying to set up Miller. And the back line able to knock it away. Yeah, Miller has been very aggressive. Both teams want to play up-tempo. They want to be attacking. I would say it's in the mindset of Coach Gonzalez, no doubt about it. But Coach Graham saying he wanted his girls to be attacking and more aggressive. And I think he passed on that message at the intermission to his girls that he wanted to see more aggression out of them.
Yeah, you know what I think what you're seeing is two teams that are actually playing the game. You're not seeing any long hopeful passes that the two teams are trying to knock the ball around in midfield. Tactically, though, today, Kevin, I think because of this wind, I would put an extra player in midfield. Take one of the forwards down out of there.
Kruger got free in the box. Smith trying to keep it in there. Kruger to Mock. Mock turning, shooting, and she scores. Morgan Mock, that powerful right leg, scores our first goal of the game. The junior, number 29 for the West Vikings.
Well, we'll see from this goal now. Morgan gets the ball in that post-up position. Tactical decision from Sarah Gonzalez to put her up top. Quick turn, swiveled on her left foot, and then turned for a right foot shot.
Kruger's got to get the assist there, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
She set her up.
But that shot started off, a little bit to the side of the post, and the wind brought it back in with the curve as well. So good finish, and you know what? Big hand to the coach as well for putting that player up top.
Morgan Mock at the 47th minute. Adjustments by coaches throughout the game, always important. Some people say you may tinker too much, but hey, trial and error, and it works out. And bottom line is you want to get the ball on the foot of number 29 for West. Good things tend to happen. She is a Division I prospect player, and she's got several schools looking at her.
Yep, she's a player that will certainly play Division I. I know has visited some top schools. Iowa State was one of the schools looking at her.
And now Tyler breaking free, trying to find Miller. Miller dancing through the box, shoots, and it's handled there by Heller. She took a glancing blow off her hands, but another nice run by Hannah Miller, number 5. She's been impactful tonight for Shawnee Mission West.
Yeah, penetrated with nice little change of pace in between two players. Should have hit the sides, I guess, but good position from Heller in goal as well.
Challenge there by Abby Moore. Abby Moore headed to Western Illinois, number 16 in white. Here's Opie working against Mock. There's a couple of very good players going at it there at midfield.
Very important that Olathe Northwest kind of settles things down right now. Going down by 2 goals might be a steep challenge for them, so they make sure they don't give anything away here in the next 5 minutes.
Here's Kruger, been instrumental at midfield, setting up the outside for Franchette, running it down, keeping it in play. Emily Franchette. Nope, they say the ball hit the touchline.
Yeah.
Okay. Good hustle though by Emily, who was a question mark. Let's go back to Hannah Miller's shot on goal here that Heller kind of had it glance off her gloves here.
This is the play right there. That touch inside and then another touch with the right foot. You know what? Good goalkeeper.
Yep.
Offensive play was obviously spectacular. Got in between 2 defenders. And then the goalkeeper did well, positioned herself well.
And if you're wondering, you talk about Division I prospects. This young lady is also a Division I prospect, only as a sophomore, as she talks with her head coach, Sarah Gonzalez there. Kemp lost it. Kruger seems to be everywhere on the midfield.
Kruger's the tempo player. She's the one who puts her foot in and controls the speed of the attack.
Well, she does such a good job for them, and she played very well in the loss to Blue Valley North. They whistle her for the foul and a free kick awarded to Olathe Northwest.
I think they gave a yellow card there for the delay of game, I think.
Okay. So card, is it on Kruger or was it somebody else in the area? Flores potentially?
Yeah.
There's Tom Price, your referee. So delay of game. A yellow card to the freshman Flores. And a free kick will be awarded now to Olathe Northwest. Just past midfield. Ella Trosh. Well, let's go back to the play here.
I think the call for the foul is a little bit harsh, but Flores stopped the Olathe Northwest from taking a fast, quick.
Ah, okay. She stood in front, and that's what the delay of game call was. You saw the crossed arms by Tom Price. And West attacking again. Boy, that West forward, Hannah Miller right there, number 5. See number 5 in goal there. Taking a lot of runs tonight as the freshman Boshin was going to throw it in. Now she lays the ball aside. We'll have a teammate throw it in. Franchette checking out for Shawnee Mission West. Be Smith. They throw in for West, finding Hannah Miller. Hannah Miller got through all that traffic and able to get a shot on goal. Oh boy, that's amazing. I didn't think she would get out of that thicket, but she was able to still play something at Heller, but Heller denied her.
Well, Miller's becoming a difference maker in this game right now. She's got the agility, ability to change direction at pace, and you know what, with the ball at her feet as well.
Tyler off the foot of Kruger. Flores, the young freshman. Here's Tyler, one of the forwards, one of the speed players. And now they get it in the box to Mock. Oh, it's just parried over the bar, it looked like there, as Mock had some pace on that one. And good job by the keeper, Heller, to knock it over the bar. Or knock it wide here.
One more time here. We see Mock posting up, and this is what makes this play. That turn right there. She gets that half a yard, shoots the ball, and again, Heller positions herself very, very well. And narrows down the angle, so not a lot to aim for Mock. Great turn from Mock. Decent shot, but Heller, is equal to the task.
And Miller will have a corner kick using an in-swinging wind here. And here she goes into the box. Kruger. Ooh, I thought Kruger was going to get a header on that, but not much doing there. And the ball we played in by West is. Let's take another look at this. Look for number 6 here. See if she got over and got a head on it. Oh, looked like Kruger made a big attempt there.
Just a melee of players in the middle.
Miller seems to be everywhere, and now we'll fire a shot. Oh, just wide by Hannah Miller, just outside the penalty arc area. One of the future stars for Shawnee Mission West. She's a star tonight, Hugh.
Yeah, she really is putting control in this game, penetrating down the middle. The defense have been very careful with her. They don't want to overcommit, because a foul in and around that box is going to be very dangerous. One of the challenges that we're seeing out there, though, is that Olathe Northwest are having a tough time clearing the ball out of the back from goal kicks, from punts. They're just having a tough time getting it up.
Smith, good challenge there by Boshin. And Yates trying to get it to Miller. Miller been the star of the game, but Mock scoring the only goal, though. Morgan Mock, 47th minute. Lone goal scorer for the Vikings of Shawnee Mission West in their second game of the year. I mean, in an 0-1 after a 1-0 loss earlier this week to Blue Valley North, state runners-up last year. Miller causing trouble again for the freshman, and the whistle blows. Free kick for Yates, who has the strong free kick leg, and right leg here.
Well, Miller, as we talked a lot about her now, kind of controlling this game. But she's a daughter of a coach, so she's one of those players that knows what it's like to have a dad on her case a little bit. But you know what? Her dad does a fantastic job with their club team, and obviously she's did a great job with his daughter.
Here's Mira Montez on the outside. Sinclair sends it into the box. Mock is there. It overshoots her, and clearing it out will be Ireton, the Ravens, but Mira Montez will have none of that. She's going to keep it in the area and goes left foot now, finding Hannah Miller. Hannah trying to track it down before it goes out, and instead it'll be a throw in now for Olathe Northwest. Like the idea, trying to get it to Miller there.
Yeah, and the first cross, though, was even more dangerous. That ball came in there, and, you know, Olathe Northwest didn't attack it. They just allowed the ball to come in, came up at one of the chests, I think, didn't even head it out. And so that ball could have got anywhere in and around that box.
Players trying to stay warm. Temperature's not too bad. It's just that you see the wind, see the corner flag. The winds are so strong out of the west. It's making things colder than it actually is. As Ravens try to get it out of their own zone, trailing 1-0.
And that is their challenge, right? Getting the ball out of their defensive third. They're having a tough time with it. West is pressing high, so that's why, you know, they're getting all these chances.
Here's Miller. Miller got it to Kruger. Kruger tried to set up Franchette. Franchette lost her footing. West still hanging around top of the box, though, as Northwest having trouble getting it out. Clearly West feeling a much more confident group, as we've got a whistle, a free kick, or a throw-in, I beg your pardon, awarded to Smith on the near side here. Allie Smith, one of the top defenders for West, team captain. Honorable mention all Sunflower Conference. As we got some changes, and we'll take a timeout with the changes. West leading Northwest 1-0 on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel has a second home.
And the Simone Award winner down the sidelines, gonna pump it into the end zone, touchdown.
2 HD channels dedicated to the teams you care about. Live sporting events, show replays, and encore performances of some of the greatest games from the past 2 decades.
Here we go, young step. Yeah, young step.
Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, 1310 HD, and now 1311 in HD. Only on Time Warner Cable. Friday night at 10.
No, it's basketball season.
It's the most comprehensive high school coverage available. Join Mick Schaefer and Kenitra Williams in the studio for the Honda High School Roundup. Complete game recaps, highlights, analysts, and more. Meet the coaches and the players making an impact and find out who the Hy-Vee High School Athlete of the Week is. It's the Honda High School Roundup every Friday night at 10. Only on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Back to action. Seaback is the venue on a windy spring night. Kevin White, Hugh Williams, Girls Sunflower League Soccer, as the long ball sent down, and they were looking for Hannah Miller. Good defense there by Becca Hill, number 23, the senior center backer. Very quiet young lady, but a very reliable player, and tough task handling number 5 for Shawnee Mission West tonight.
Yeah. Hannah Miller on the ball again right now. You just get the feeling that she's feeling it tonight. You know, I wouldn't be shocked if there was a PK call today with her, you know, with the tight ball control that she has and dribbling skills of changing direction quickly. When she gets in that box, it's very, very difficult for the defenders.
Smith ahead to Franchette. Now they get it to the young freshman Flores. A lot of possession by Shawnee Mission West going on right now, is controlling the midfield. One of Sarah Gonzalez's game keys tonight, and her girls have been achieving that. Things can change rather quickly in soccer. Everything's looking good, and you're up 1-0, and all of a sudden all heck can break loose in a soccer match. That's what happens when you play with the round ball, right? Yeah. Any crazy stuff can happen just momentarily as Hannah Miller continues her night. She's going to sleep well tonight. She is all over that field tonight.
Yeah, doing a good job. You just mentioned there that, you know, it's 1-0. You know, West are pretty much in control of the game right now, but one breakaway does it, so that they'll be looking to get another one. And, you know, while at the same time, Olathe Northwest keep it tight here and then do a final push in the last 10 minutes. But they've had a tough time today getting behind the West defense. The West defense just a little bit quicker, perhaps, than the Northwest forwards.
Some of the substitutions: Savannah Moxley, a young freshman, checking in. Addie Arner, sophomore for West, checking in. As again, the pressure shown by the Vikings in black and gold in the second half. Mock the lone goal, and Hannah Miller still creating havoc there just outside the penalty arc. Now Franchette with the steal. Finds Miller. Look out here, folks. Miller turns, shoots just wide as the ball hooked outside the frame.
Great effort again. She finds herself in open spots. Okay, we'll see it again here. She's got 2 yard space in there. First touch opens her body up, hits it across the goalkeeper. That might have clipped the outside of the post.
Might have. There was a little noise there, and the wind probably didn't help her. It was pushing the ball left of the frame. She's had a tremendous night. Yeah, and there's the tongue out. And Coach Gonzalez finally takes her out. She's earned some rest and a little Gatorade on the sideline.
I'm going to bet she won't be out for long, though.
No, she's too good a player. Yes. Here's Franchette finding Mock. Clearance there by the Ravens. And stepping in. Here is Franchette. Lost her balance and shot it wide. As Mina Lada has checked in, a junior, one of the ads right before game time by Coach Gonzalez. Mina Alada wearing number 13 in black and gold. They said they had a very physical practice after the loss. I don't know if that was a frustration by Coach Gonzalez, but she said we worked them hard. It was tough physical practice, and I needed to bring up some JV girls to add to my varsity lineup. Hope you don't mind. Oh, sure. No, we love late ads right before the game that we write in pen on our roster, Sarah.
But that's the coach making an early statement to her team, though.
Yeah, she said, I'm very sorry, but deal with it there, announcer boy.
Unlucky. Get on with it, right?
Yeah. Move on. This is the way it is. But I think she has to be happy with the way her team has played tonight. Is Franchette moving to the middle. And there is Alada, one of those late call-ups. Here's Mira Montez. Boy, she's a dynamic player. She, as the Roberts girl from Blue Valley North, the price of admission easily can be had by watching Mira Montez. Mira Montez, number 19, in black. As you take a look at Alada, who's checked in.
You know what? The price of admission today, not only Mira Montez, certainly Miller.
Miller,
well.
yeah. Mock has played well.
Abby Moore's a good player.
Abby Moore, yeah.
Opie's checking for the ball right now. A lot of good quality players out there that will be difference makers at the college level.
That's the key, is so many of these girls going on to play college soccer, whether it's a Division I school like Mira Montez is going to play at Nebraska, trying to get it to the outside, and Tyler, the challenge there by Mokel. Got to Shayla and Shelby Mokel, the twins. Now Kruger going to take a long ball, and it's sent wide there by Heller.
Yep, good shot, good save. And the big difference in the game right now is how high the West defensive midfield play. Good strike from Kruger. Again, Heller was up for the task and just sew it out for a corner kick.
Let's see if they get Hannah Miller back in. Yes, you're right. Short break for Hannah Miller. She's good with the corners, and she will take it.
The last time she drove that ball across the face of the goal.
Let's see what she does this time. Sends a one-hopper in, but looking for Delaney Griffin. West will maintain. They'll send it back into the box. Mock with a header, but handled by Heller. Oh, boy, that's a nice save by Ashley Heller as Mock tried to head it past the goalkeeper that time.
Yeah, good effort from Mock, but again, it was Miller's cross. We saw her take the corner kick. The corner kick was with her right foot. Then the ball came back out there again, and she crossed it with her left foot, finding Mock's head over there. And, again, Heller's positioned very well.
Ravens still only down by 1 goal. Just a nice run by Opie or more, and you never know. They get right back in this one. But got to credit West. They've been controlling things in the second half, as we've got a player down on the far side of the field for Olathe Northwest. And that's going to be Shayla Mokel, the senior, 4-year letter winner, one of the steady defenders, and the twin of Shelby. They're identical twins, by the way. And she may be cramping up.
Yeah, the way they're pulling that foot up, it looks like she's actually, I hope she's cramping up. If she's got something else and they're pulling that foot up that way, probably not helping her. But it looks like a cramp.
Still a painful situation for the player.
No, cramps are disastrous. They really hurt.
I think she slipped and fell, and then that's when everything got tightened up in her lower leg, and there's where the pain set in.
Yeah. I've had a few of those in my day too.
Oh yeah.
They're no fun.
Players trying to stay warm and stay stretched out on this chilly night. First game for Olathe Northwest, second game for Shawnee Mission West. And keep in mind, next week these teams will play in an 8-team tournament hosted by the Ravens of Olathe Northwest. You take a look at 37-year-old Chris Graham. He's got Shelly Marsh, a former Olathe South Falcon, as his assistant, and went on to play at Emporia State. Good-looking young coach. Phil Latimer and Tony Weber also on his staff. But there you take a look at Coach Gonzalez, never short of a word to say, and you don't need good ears to hear. She's got a pretty good voice there. I heard a few of her halftime speeches from quite a distance behind the fence. She lets her girls know about it. She is quite a good-looking young coach herself at 32, and we're still waiting on a injury situation for Shayla Mokel, the senior, and she's finally helped off the field. And fans bundled up here because of the strong winds tonight. If got the fans bundled up, I'm sure the wind chills are in the 30s. Got to be, maybe even chillier than that.
Yeah, the conditions are very difficult. You got the chilly weather here. The temperatures are cold, but that wind as well. It's tough for these players out there today. But you know, both coaches were very smart there. There was an injury. It wasn't a serious injury, so that the trainers could take care of it. But both coaches kind of almost took like a basketball timeout, if you like, to give some instruction here in the last few minutes. We saw some nice sportsmanship there from West, knocking the ball out because of the injury, knocking the ball back to Olathe Northwest to keep possession.
Kemp will throw it in, looking for Opie. She lost it. Alada trying to find Kruger, and they'll take it back as the twin sister Shelby Mokel has checked in for her sister, who's got that the cramping situation in her calf. So the twins helping out one another. As here's Mock, Kruger, Miramontes at midfield. Sinclair sending it down, looking for Griffin, Delaney Griffin, one of the forwards and young players, a junior for Shawnee Mission West.
Again, it's that high pressure from the West defense that's helping them out. And when I say defense, I'm talking about the forwards, I'm talking about midfield players. So every time they don't have possession, they're pressing very high and very aggressively. So it's tough for Northwest just to clear the ball out of the defensive zone.
Throw in now for Northwest. Right to Miramontes, trying to find Griffin. Ball hanging to Mock. Now here's Hannah Miller. Kruger going to take a looper into the box to Mock. Mock outside. Now Griffin, not much on that. Mock maintaining possession. Now she's trying to turn and get a shot, and now we get a whistle.
Yeah, there was an offside flag that had been up for quite a while, one of the earlier plays.
Was it Kruger offside?
I'm not sure who was offside, but it happened to one of the first crosses. The referee just hadn't spotted it.
Okay. Some offsides is the call. The flag was up. Goal kick awarded to Ravens of Olathe Northwest in their first game of the year. Team was 8-8. And again, another whistle.
Yeah, she just have to retake that play, which the ball was played inside the box and never came out of it.
Another player, yeah, you can't.
It's got to come outside the box first.
So Ireton will give it another go. And Kruger takes it away. Kruger dominating the midfield to Mock. Mock will take a long shot, and it sails long. It looked like it went right over the crossbar there.
Yeah, that ball just dipped maybe half a yard past the crossbar there. So good effort again for Mock. This is where Mock is good, though. You know, she's got the ball 20 yards out. She's not afraid to take a shot, and just over the crossbar it dips.
And Ireton will send it out again. Opie jumping on the loose ball. But right there, Mira Montez, always aggressive with her play. To Mock. Now here's Hannah Miller. Hannah gonna loop one in. It hits the top of the crossbar, and Karam's behind. So Hannah Miller, boy, that would be just fitting for this night, and the night she's had and the dominating. She could get a goal, but just missed here.
Well, this attack included, you know, 3 of the players that we've been mentioning all night long. Mira Montez, Mock, and then finishing with Miller's left-footed shot against the crossbar.
And West continues to dominate the second half as they continue to dominate possession. Here's Mock. Ireton sending it back in toward Miller. Miller has it taken away. Some good Raven defense shown there by the freshman Moxley, Savannah Moxley, on the back line. Mira Montez stolen by Moore. Opie working the outside now.
Yeah, we're about 12 minutes to go here, and it's still only 1-0. That, you know, complete control by West this second half, but you know, I know Coach Gonzalez will feel a lot happy if they get a second goal.
Kruger. Defense there. By Opie.
That tenacity, though, that Olathe Northwest had in the first half kind of disappeared a little bit.
Yeah, the early stages of the second half, they came out attacking and it's kind of dissipated. We haven't seen much. Here's Kruger. Again, very controlling in the midfield to Mock. Mock trying to get it on the foot of Miller. Miller going to shoot from the corner of the box. That was deflected out. It'll be a corner kick awarded now to Shawnee Mission West, and we'll take another break as you're watching girls soccer on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week.
Time Warner Cable gives you more dunks for your dollar, more smash for your cash, and more goals for less screen. With Time Warner Cable Sports Pass, you get the most sports on the most devices for under $9 a month. That's why Time Warner Cable Sports Pass is the best value in sports. Upgrade to Sports Pass today. Call 1-855-WANT-TWC or visit twc.com/sports. Passionate about sports? Time Warner Cable invents better ways to love them even more. Time Warner Cable. Enjoy better.
Back now for Taylor Yates of Shawnee Mission West. Corner attempt with her team leading 1-0. Ball kicked in there by Mira Montez on the rebound. Sinclair, Mira Montez got a nice room service rebound, knocked it through the goal area into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 Shawnee Mission West. Just about 70 minutes deep into this Girls Sunflower League match.
What we see here, we get the cross coming in. Heller comes out for the ball, doesn't quite get a hold of it as well as she wanted, so punches it downwards, right there down, right to the path of Mira Montez, who finishes high to the top of the net.
First goal of the year for Sinclair. whose sister is in the house along with the rest of the family. Sydney, who plays at Nebraska, and we're told that Sinclair going to head to Lincoln herself. As continued aggressive play by the Vikings, their confidence is sky high right now.
Yeah, this is a dangerous spot now for Olathe Northwest again. You know, they got to be feeling frustrated. They haven't created any real chances this second half other than perhaps in the first minute or so. So, you know, this might get a little bit, you know, difficult here for them, especially if there's another goal. So potentially there could be 2 more goals here for West if they still go for it.
It's been a tough night for the keeper. Heller was held up pretty strong, really.
Well, she's kept them in the game.
Yeah.
She really has, and she should be maybe a little bit disappointed with that punch for the last one. But, you know, the wind makes it awfully tough right
there. And they get it on the foot of Moore. Pulford in the ball game. Zoe Pulford, one of the seniors. This is Kemp. And Banning playing some good backline defense there. Up for the challenge. And knocks it out. The Ravens need to get working fast here. Just 8.5 to go in regulation. 2 40-minute halves in the high school ranks. But here's another one sent up the field to... We're looking for Miller, but the flag is up.
Yeah, she broke just a little bit early on that pass, so she was a yard or so offside. Just needed to be a little bit more patient there. But hey, what a good game she's had today. And I'm still thinking she's going to create a penalty kick situation just with that penetrating dribble that she has.
Ireton, free kick, sent outside to Kemp. Back to Ireton. Kemp on the foot of Moore. Nice setup to the young freshman there, Moxley. Courtney Schilly is also not listed on the roster that I had. She's a late add, a junior. Both teams bringing young players up to the varsity level and getting some looks early on in the season to see how they perform in the varsity level action. Ball sent into Mock. She's turning. Ooh. Oh, set down, and the whistle will blow as Ireton commits the foul on Morgan Mock, who has the first goal in the match, followed by a Miramontes goal.
Again, Mock has shown the ability to turn well on the ball today, and that cut over there, you know, makes the defender overcommit. So the challenge here now, though, on this free kick with this wind, the challenge will be to keep it low so it doesn't sky over the crossbar.
And Mock goes low, drives it right into the chest of Heller, and she goes down. Miller was pressing the goal area, and now Miller might have hurt her hip there. She crashed into a defender, and Heller comes no worse for the wear as she denies this laser beam low shot by Mock. Miller was right there trying to get in, and she was battling Becca Hill.
Well, Mock, you know, she passed the test. She kept it on target, didn't sky it over the crossbar. So any shot on target like that, like we saw, you know, there was a rebound, so there was, the ball was live and there to be tapped in.
On the foot of Schilly. Here's Opie, eyes wide open there.
Yeah, she was looking for help. There was no options for her at all up top.
Miramontes. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. There's been 3 sisters. Sierra, Sydney, and now Sinclair. All good players. Yeah, rank them for me there, Hugh. Tough ranking.
A little harsh right there.
All right,
how about we say...
Sinclair's got a lot of upside, though.
She does. But she's still young.
Yeah,
you know,
she's just a sophomore. And
you know, all of them are going to play Division I soccer.
Yeah, you got a sister that played at KU and Sierra. Sydney now at Nebraska. And according to what we've heard, Sinclair wants to join her older sister in Lincoln there. So.
Yep. Coach Walker there at Nebraska, very excited to have both of them there. And Sydney, you know, helped Nebraska to win the Big Ten championship last year. And she, as a freshman, she was very much a big factor in that game. As we see her sister Sinclair being substituted right now.
And of course, you know, Sydney was on the all Big Ten, all freshman team. And she is here watching her little sister. I'm sure she's wishing she was running around out there on the field.
I'm not sure if she is with this cold weather.
Yeah, that's how you stay warm. You're running around here. As we get a corner kick now awarded to Kemp and Northwest here. Down 2 goals. Kemp sends it in the box. Here's Opie going to fire a shot just wide of the frame on the far side there. Eden Opie headed to Tulsa University in their very good soccer program. All conference player. You say that Coach Graham has to look out when he takes Eden out of the game. She does not like leaving the game, and when he pulls her out to catch her breath, she's grumbling on the sideline. She's ready to get back in the game after just a few moments as Miller takes another long ball, and this one sailing long and wide, but Hannah Miller, just a sophomore for Shawnee Mission West, has the promise, and boy, the future is really looking bright for this sophomore number 5 for West.
Yep, it's a confident young lady there, not afraid to take a shot from 20, 25 yards out. Can't ever complain as a coach when a player takes a shot, but with her ability, I'd still like to see her take the defenders on and get into that box too. But hey, again, if she's taking a shot as a coach, I'd be okay with it.
Ravens send it down the right flank looking for Kemp. Can't make the connection here as we're under 4 to play. Looks like West's going to even their record out at 1-1. 1-1 for the week after a loss to Blue Valley North. Olathe Northwest going to fall, looks like, to 0-1 and lost 3 of the last 4 to the Vikings.
Yep. Northwest, you know, for them to have a shot at this now, they do need a goal here in the next minute or so just to make it an exciting finish. Probably not going to happen, but you know, stranger things have happened.
Oh yeah, the round ball theory is Flores, but not too many shots on goal tonight. Gregory hasn't been tested too much. Miller been doing all the pressuring in 5 in the number 5 jersey for Shawnee Mission West. She's been an impactful player. Seen a Miramontes goal, a mock goal as well. Kruger's had a nice game. I've been impressed with number 6 in the midfield, kind of setting up her mates.
What makes Miller tough to defend is the fact that she's equally comfortable with both left and right foot. We've seen crosses with both feet, we've seen shots with both feet, and then the last attack there, so a little nice finesse chip through with her right foot again.
Throw in now for the Ravens. Again, clock their enemy. Yates sending it down the field. Looks like Miller is onside this time, but Heller kicking the ball high in the air, and the wind really moving that ball around the field. Flores.
Okay. Got a foul there. We gotta get a goal here now if you're Northwest to get a shot here in the last minute.
This Kemp is dumped, and the free kick now awarded.
A yellow card as well, I think.
Okay. Let's see who's going to take the free kick here.
What that yellow card does, though, is stops the clock for a while as we get the substitution in.
Becca Hill looks to have it teed up. It's everybody forward as the yellow card is. Did we get the player on the yellow card? I did not see it. I'm too busy checking in for all the non-rostered players that I was checking for.
I think it was Taylor Yates.
Okay, Yates with the yellow card is what we're going to say. Tom Price with the call, and now the clock is stopped at the 2-minute mark. Everybody press forward.
And not an easy ball, though, because he's going to be driving it into that wind. It's going to be floating.
And it hangs right up in the air. Get a header on it. Sent back out. Lugansland, the freshman, number 15 in the match now. Hannah Miller stumbling. Well, there are a few miscues tonight. Just a little sped up there. Whistle blows. Be a free kick awarded again to Hill here as we're under 2 to play. 2-goal lead for West. Trying to even their record at 1-1. Malata, Junior, Flores, so all the extras brought up from the JV squad are on the field for Coach Gonzalez, getting valuable varsity minutes here. Time here as they wrap this one up. Fans starting to hit the exits now as the students cheering on their girls tonight. Seen enough tonight as they hit the exits to their warm cars in the parking lot. It is definitely a chilly, windy night here in Olathe, in Johnson County. As we wind this one down. This will count in the Sunflower League standings, by the way. So West will be 1-0 in the league and Northwest 0-1. Trying to find Miller one more time. Heller coming out. Going for the scoop save.
Well, a good performance by West. They deserved it. Excellent second half.
And here's Kemp showing off her speed.
A good win for them.
Coaches with their handshakes. They're good friends, by the way. Coach Gonzalez and Coach Graham. Big night for Hannah Miller, but the goals scored by Mock and Mira Montez, both in the second half, as West evens the record at 1-1 on a 2-0 win over Olathe Northwest. Olathe Northwest, their first game of the year, and they will drop to 0-1 on the year. Special thanks to the school's ADs, Jay Novacek of Olathe Northwest, Don Perkins of Shawnee Mission West. Thanks to the coaches, Coach Graham of Northwest and Sarah Gonzalez of West. Our producer, Joe Novacek. There's a lot of Novaceks in this wrap-up here. For Hugh Williams and our entire broadcast crew, Kevin White saying so long from Seaback. Our final once again, Shawnee Mission West wins it 2-0 as we say goodnight from Olathe Northwest and the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week here on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry